Saturday, April 27th, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at some videos and pictures from all over the world. Some of this stuff you're about to see is unidentifiable, at least to me, so I'm going to leave most of this up to you guys. I'm going to offer some commentary on some things that I received over the last week to 10 days. And it's just simply too good not to share. So we're going to get started. We're here at the website, MrMBB333.com. There's new photos at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Don't forget to check out the website. It's linked below every video in the description box. All the data you see here is updated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're going to Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is where we're going to start, and we're going to go all over the world, trust me, and some of this stuff is seriously unidentifiable. What this gentleman noticed, this is Mark, taking a photo of an airplane moving through the sky, but there was something underneath the airplane that seemed to be following the airplane during this video. And I have to rule out a balloon, because if this was some lightweight balloon, this airplane's turbulence would have left this balloon far behind. So I don't think it's a balloon. I think it's something else because it seems to be following the plane. So he videoed this for about 30 to 40 seconds, and it stays up with it. And you got to keep in mind that plane's probably moving somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 miles per hour, and this thing is keeping up with it. He changes angle here. So what I did was put it in slow motion, and we're going to take an even closer look at whatever this object may be that's following a large aircraft in the sky. Look at that. And it's not another plane, or we would see an exact replica more than likely of what we're seeing with the first plane. Some sort of a round orb, at least it appears to be round, that's moving at, like I said, probably 400 to 500 miles an hour. It's keeping up with the airplane with no problem at all. So great observation out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. And I've had this video for probably week and a half. Here I zoom in just to kind of get a little better look. Here I totally flip it into a negative format, and I don't know, it almost looks triangular there, but it could be pixelated. But either way, there was some sort of a strange object following a large aircraft in the skies above Bowling Green, Kentucky. Good observation, Mark. This next video was sent in by Ryan, and he noticed some strange lights in the sky that he said reminded him of the static that we've been seeing. He was just simply out walking his dog, minding his own business, when he looked up and noticed these weird lights in the sky. Pay close attention, because you're going to see one, as he even mentioned out, come up from the bottom of his video and then zip off to the left. Look at that. You see it up there? These two here he noticed, and a light come up from the bottom, went towards these two lights, and then veered off to the left at a high rate of speed. He had never seen anything like it in his life, and he was simply out walking his dog. So what I did with this video, I tried to enhance it. I didn't alter it in any way. It's the original video, other than I'm trying to enhance the light. He said there were several lights in the sky. We adjusted the lighting and contrast color, with even the color a little bit, to maybe get some color of the lights themselves. And I reversed some formats. I did a lot of different things with this video to try to pull forward everything that he was seeing. And we did pick up quite a few lights, but the main focus was those two lights right there. And one thing that he was very emphatic about was the light that came up from the bottom of the video and went right towards the lights that he's looking at right now. Here's a different format, and you can see it right there. Watch. See the light come up, checks out the two, and then takes off to the left at a high rate of speed. That's a little different format. There's the same structure, whatever it was that he was watching the entire time. But he was very mystified by what came up from the bottom so fast. He said it just came out of nowhere. And you can see some other lights in this format kind of blinking in the background. There does appear to be several lights, like a static type of an atmosphere, around those two main lights right there. So very interesting observation by Ryan. This is another format, and you're going to see that light come up from the bottom very quickly. Right there it is. And then it veers off to the left at a high rate of speed. So don't know exactly what we got going on there, But either way, it's a great observation, and I did the best I could with the video. I tried to pull forward the other objects that he said were there. He said it reminded him of the static videos. There's that light right there. Watch it. See it take off? He said it reminded him of the static. And this one here does show quite a bit of static. Some of it I do think is just pixelation. Maybe. I don't really know. This was a weird one. And he even said so himself. He said it was quite a strange observation, and he'd never seen anything like it. So great observation, Mark. Thanks for sharing. Greatly appreciate it. This next video is a collection of triangle observations that we've been seeing for weeks, in fact months. This one was sent in by Jeff, and clearly see some sort of a angle shape in the sky, very sharp angle, doesn't fit in with the rest of the clouds in the background, or the foreground for that matter. It just doesn't fit in. That's what drew his attention to the sky, and that's why he took the photograph. Good observation, Jeff. Thanks for sharing. Lee from Southern California noticed the same thing, what appeared to be some sort of a triangle-shaped cloud at least, and it's dark in the front and does definitely have a triangle shape to it. Big triangle here by Ed B. Not exactly sure of the location. Here I've completely inverted the format, and you can see there was in fact what looked like a large triangle, at least a large triangle shape in the sky on that day. Again, that's why he took the photograph of the sky. This one here is quite interesting. This was sent in by TJ from Los Angeles. I've had this for probably a week. They were watching the news, and the gentleman was giving the weather, and it looks like the camera is pointing towards, I'm assuming these are the Sierra Nevadas maybe, and again, this is from Los Angeles, and this is what he noticed in the newscast. This is a webcam during the newscast, a live webcam, and there's a triangle flying through the sky during the newscast in this webcam, and they left it there. So he sent me two photos. I zoomed in the best that I could. A little pixelated because what he did was took a picture of his television screen. And great observation. Does definitely look like some sort of a triangle craft that was on the morning news in a webcam. Here's a real good look at it right here. Look at that. Plain as day. Big triangle. So, like the photos I just showed you before, one of these could have been parked up in the sky amongst the clouds. It's the same shape. But that looked like a physical one flying through the air during the morning news. Much like this one here sent in by Peter. Look at that. Perfect triangle flying through the sky. How about that? That's an excellent photograph. Very good quality. And I could zoom in real tight without getting overly pixelated. Very strange looking triangle craft. Much like this one here, observed by Wendy from Northeast Georgia. Totally obvious that there's some sort of a large craft sitting up there in the sky. Just makes you wonder what they're doing. This next segment of this slideshow is exactly that, a slideshow of some photographs that have been sent in by viewers from all over the world. This was sent in by Jeannie, and it's of a very long roll cloud just off of the coast. And this isn't uncommon for a coastal community. You'll see these roll clouds form every once in a while, and they are a sight to see. Let me tell you, they are very incredible. Cool photograph here sent in by Danny of a sunset or sunrise. This next photograph I want to share with you guys because I took this a couple of mornings ago with my camera. I didn't have my telescope on this. This is just with my camera, and I was using a Canon Rebel T2i, and what we're looking at is Jupiter, and you can actually see the rings around Jupiter with just my camera. I didn't have a zoom lens on it or anything. And I took the photograph of the moon and Jupiter the other morning when they were very close together. I've got a little video I want to share with you guys. But I couldn't believe I pulled in the rings with just the camera on the tripod. I wasn't even trying to do that. So, almost looked like it was much closer. This is a photograph from 10 Cruz out of the Philippines. Looks like that volcanic dome has a hat on. Sombrero. Tina. Pink clouds in the sky. Some sort of clouds in the sky. I don't know exactly what to call those. Mount Jefferson, Oregon, sent in by Angela. Awesome sunset. That's really good. Jeannie again noticed something in the sky that looked like angel wings, and a body there in the middle. Looks like a torso with wings going to the left and to the right. That's why she took the picture of the sky. Awesome. Like Dylan, Centex Photography out of San Antonio, Texas. Look at that. Awesome photograph. Great job, Dylan. Hannah noticed something unusual in the sky. These clouds just had a very unusual shape to them. That's the original photograph that was sent to me, and here it is in a inverted X-ray format. You can see it almost looks like fingers or something in the sky. Very neat photo. That's why she took the photo. It really caught her attention. Another photo by Jeannie of a big sunbeam or a shadow going in the sky underneath a sunbeam. Another halo from Trinidad, West Indies. Look at that. This is an awesome sunset taken by Nicholas from Golden, Colorado. And it almost looks like the sun is a beam to the right-hand side, a beam of light coming out of the sun. And it's just a spectacular photograph from the mountains of Golden, Colorado. Nice job, Nicholas. Thanks for sharing, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. I've got a few more pictures I want to share with you guys. That one from the North Atlantic, a gentleman took from a boat of something flying through the sky that is really weird. But here's the picture of Jupiter that I just showed you guys. This was from the morning of April 23rd, and you can see the moon and Jupiter were quite close together. And I just took this photograph with my camera. I wasn't, I just zoomed in as far as it would go. Wasn't like I had my telescope on it. Whenever I went in on Jupiter independently by itself, like that photograph that I just showed you, I could see the rings of Jupiter. It's pretty cool. And I've never had that happen with just my camera. So some more observations I want to share with you guys. Here's the morning of April 23rd, and you can see over here on the left, this is a sky map. And you can see the moon and Jupiter were, in fact, in that exact position at that time, 5:44 a.m. I was out taking a picture of what the map was showing us in the sky. So pretty neat to see in case you guys did not see it. This I've seen twice now in the last week. I've seen this over the years. It's not anything other than a reflection. There's a dome on top of this car that drives around and takes photographs of Google Maps and Google Earth. And every once in a while, when the sun's at just the right angle, there's no clouds in the sky, it creates this, I totally agree, it's some sort of a weird reflection in the sky that looks like a saucer leaping through the atmosphere. Here's another one sent in from Missouri, and the one I just showed you was sent in from New Mexico. And I got these both within about 3 days of each other. So this does happen from time to time. If you guys do see these, to the best of my understanding, those are some sort of a lens artifact that comes from inside the dome of the top of this car. The dome covers the camera, the light bounces around inside the dome, and for whatever reasons, it does look like some sort of a flying saucer. I totally agree. Here's another close-up look at that photograph Peter sent in of that triangle. That is an excellent photograph. Great capture there, Peter. And I wanted to share with you guys a picture, first from Paul. Paul sent these in of something being escorted through the sky. He sent me in 2 photographs, and he did the best he could. He just saw this activity in the sky and took photos. Something was being escorted through the sky. I don't know if that's some sort of a craft that we're not familiar with. I don't know if maybe it's something that occurs all the time. And neither did he. But this is what he saw in the sky on 4/17/19, about 10 days ago. And you can see definitely something is being escorted through the sky. Good observation, Paul. Greatly appreciate it. Now, what I want to share with you next is a photograph that was taken from a ship in the North Atlantic. A gentleman by the name of Lonas sent this in from the North Atlantic Ocean. He was on a tanker ship going to Africa. Out in the middle of the ocean, notices this in the sky. How do you explain that? What is that thing? And there's a close-up of it. And I saved this for last because, like I said, some of this stuff is just completely unidentifiable. If that's some sort of a bird out over the North Atlantic Ocean, it's a species that quite possibly could be something that I'm not aware of, and he himself is not aware of, but he does travel the oceans on tanker ships and has never seen anything quite like this. So maybe you can help us out here and identify what this thing was flying in the sky. Doesn't appear to be a hummingbird. It's got this real long tail-like feature. It was just zipping past the ship. It kind of stopped. He took a photograph of it, or actually got two photographs of it, or actually one, zoomed in. The other one I just showed you was the original, and then I zoomed in on that one. But what is that thing? Some sort of an insect? Some sort of a new species, or a species that's been around a while that just kind of lives out in the North Atlantic Ocean somewhere? I have no idea, but I found it super interesting and want to share with you guys. And thank you guys for sharing all your photos and videos. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the website, MrMBB333.com. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.